Beach County. I want to give you somebody you know very well, our friend Adam Hasner. Boca Raton, are you ready to work? The Black Party and the Mitt Romney co-op? Rudy Giuliani is no stranger to Boca Raton, Florida. Some even call it the 6th borough. So let's give a warm and very warm Boca Raton welcome to America's Mayor, Rudy Giuliani.
Next Congressman? We have to make it happen, right? Well, I'm here to do something I don't think I need to do. To get you more enthusiastic about making sure that Mitt Romney is the next president of the United States. The other side of that is to get you even more enthusiastic so that we throw Barack Obama out of the White House. If you need any more impetus for that, this morning's numbers on the growth of our economy were so horrible, so anemic, 1.5%, that Barack Obama should have walked out of the White House this morning and apologized to the American people. 41 months, we have been over 8% unemployment. That's the first time since the Great Depression that we've had such a horrible performance of our economy, while this man has been the person in charge of it. He has done every single thing wrong to try to allow our economy to recover, and now he's doubling down on all the things he did wrong by frightening people from investing in America. Wouldn't you be frightened if you had a president who's telling us that our tax rates are going to be 20 or 30% higher next year than this year? Wouldn't you be frightened if the dividend rate is going to go up 3 times? The capital gains rate is going to go up by 30%. Regulations are going to increase. Why would you produce a new job in this country? Because you're not sure you can afford it. This man does not know what he's doing. And that's before you even calculate the cost of Obamacare, which everyone knows is going to be 3 times more than he says it's going to be.
Yeah.
If he was running an American business the way he's run this country, he'd have been fired 2 years ago. On the other hand, we have a candidate who actually understands business. He actually understands it. Every time I see these vicious ads about Bain against Mitt Romney, they make me want to vote for him even more.
Yes.
And you know why? Because here's the truth about Bain. Mitt Romney was enormously successful running Bain Capital. He made a lot of money for his investors. That's what he was supposed to do, make a lot of money for his investors. He was one of the most successful at doing that in America. How about we try something different this time? Let's elect a man who's been a success to the White House. In 2008, we tried the opposite of that. And look what happened to us. The American people fell for this hope and change thing. Well, now we found out what this hope and change thing is all about. It's about 41 months of the highest unemployment since the Depression. It's about months and months of the lowest growth that we've had in years. It's about people that are permanently unemployed. I'm sorry, but just wait. A few more months. I guarantee you that if we elect Mitt Romney, our economy next year will boom. The minute we get someone in the White House who starts talking about lowering regulations, lowering taxes, lowering burdens on businesses, the minute we get someone in the White House who will say something nice about American business. This guy in the White House thinks that people who own American businesses are the enemy. He thinks they're the people you should take the money from and give it to the people that Barack Obama wants it to go to. A couple of days ago, he said that people in small business don't make it on their own. What he basically said is the government makes it for them. Now the president is whining. The president is saying, I was taken out of context. Mike Kelly was taken out of context. He's been saying the same thing for 5 years. This is totally totally consistent with what he's been saying and doing for 5 years. It's no different than what he said to Joe the plumber 4 years ago.
That's right.
When he said basically the tax system doesn't exist to collect money for the government. The tax system exists so that you can take money from one group of people and give it to another group of people. Well, that's the same economic philosophy that produces someone that thinks that government creates success, not people who work 12 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours a week at businesses that are tough, that are difficult, that require meeting payrolls, that require paying taxes, that require getting health care, that require taking risks. These are the people that have made America great. These are the people that should be celebrated. These are not the people that should be attacked by our president. We elected a man who never ran a business, never ran a military unit, never ran anything. We elected a man of no accomplishment and no experience to the White House. Is it a surprise that he's been the biggest failure as a president in the last 50 years? So now let's elect a man who's been a success. A success in business, a success running the Olympics. Those Olympics took place just a few months after September 11th, after the attacks of September 11th. I know this because I was consulted about it, I talked to him about it, and I talked to other people on the Olympic Committee. They wanted to cancel the Olympics because they thought it was too dangerous to have those Olympics just a few months after September 11th. Mitt Romney put those Olympics together. Mitt Romney had the courage to conduct them. They were conducted in a way that was safe. They were conducted in a way that was a credit to the United States of America. He did something Barack Obama has never done in his life. He ran something, and he ran it successfully. He was a success in business. He was a success running the Olympics. And he was a success as governor of Massachusetts. Massachusetts had a 4% unemployment rate when Mitt Romney was governor. We would give anything for a 4% unemployment rate in America. We haven't even gotten near that under Barack Obama. So I say, if Mitt Romney could be half as successful as he's been throughout his life as president, this country will be in great shape. Finally, Mitt Romney is on his way to the state of Israel. President Obama has not set foot in the state of Israel since he's been president of the United States. He had time to go to Egypt. He had time to kiss the hand and bow down to the king of Saudi Arabia. He's had time to write letters to the Ayatollah, begging the Ayatollah to negotiate with him. He's had time to do thousands of fundraisers and play hundreds of rounds of golf. But he hasn't had time to go to the state of Israel. Here's another thing about this president that has to change. This president is better to our enemies than he is to our friends.
Yes.
And someone said to me the other day that someone you know very well, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, said that Barack Obama is a friend to Israel. I said, that's a joke. If you want Israel to go back to the same borders they had in 1967, you will put Israel in a situation that is completely indefensible. You will put the lives of Israelis at stake. They were indefensible in 1967, and now, with Egypt under the control of the Muslim Brotherhood, and Syria under the control of a maniac, they're even more indefensible. So if you were a friend of the state of Israel, you would not be trying to push them back to borders that make their country indefensible.
Yes.
This president, I don't know what he is, but if Israel has friends like that, Mitt Romney is a friend of Israel. Mitt Romney understands, like I do, that the state of Israel is one of our strongest allies. He realizes that we have to preserve this democracy in the middle of a part of the world that is in terrible trouble. And he realizes the realities of what is necessary to defend the people of Israel. Now, if you want to find out whether Barack Obama is a friend of the state of Israel, go ask Israelis. He's the most unpopular American president in history in the state of Israel. These are the people whose lives are at stake. Not yours, not mine. They're the ones whose lives are at stake. And this is the most unpopular American president ever in history in the state of Israel. So if we're concerned about changing our economy, if we're concerned about a foreign policy that protects us and doesn't seek to negotiate with people who don't want to negotiate with us, if we're concerned about a president who's realistic about the world, this is the president who told us a couple of weeks ago that Chavez is not a danger to us. Where is he living, on Mars? Chavez is not a danger to us. Chavez is the biggest supporter of Iran in the Western Hemisphere. Iran is the biggest supporter of terrorism in the world. That alone makes us a danger to him, Mr. President. And you don't understand it. And that's why you shouldn't be in the White House. And that's why you shouldn't be our commander-in-chief. You're living in a left-wing bubble. You're not living in the real world. So, we need you to elect Adam, to elect Connie Mack, and to make sure that Florida, this time, makes it easy on us. Don't do a 2000. Let's do a 2004 rather than a 2000, okay? So thank you very much. We're going to spend a lot of time here in Florida because it's an important state. In New York, I can't do any good for anybody. But maybe I can help here. Thank you very much.